Hey everyone, it's Hickory with ComfyMillionaire.com, and this is just kind of off subject from the usual like money stuff that I talk about, mainly relating to the market or housing or different things like that, or making money. This is just kind of an interest. I'm not really too much into sports, but I'm a more of your like anime video games guy, but just with a fair amount of money. But whenever it comes to sports, never really cared for them too much. A little bit interesting, played some of them. But about 3 years ago, I started to get interested into sumo. And that's mainly because of my love of the Japanese language, culture, and then it just kind of went on. Over the years, I was like, well, I'll look into sumo. I've always heard about it. It has culture that's over 1,000 years and it's lasted for all that time. Definitely over 1,000 years. So one of the things I was watching some of the tournaments. In fact, one of the newest tournaments, which is the July tournament, which you can watch for free. You can watch if you want to find sumo for free to see or like highlights, see if it's something you're interested in. It's fast paced. It's real quick. It's done. It's a lot of hitting and stuff. Pretty interesting. Like I said, you just give it 5-10 minutes, and that's most of the short and condensed, like edited version that they put up on NHK. So go to NHK World, do like some Google searches, whatever search engine that you like to use. Look up NHK World and start looking around for sumo or the videos for sumo, the clips, the condensed versions. You can look for the long versions. Like I said, they just now finished the July 2019 tournament, and I haven't seen the results yet, and I'm watching that right now. So go watch that if you're curious. Also, NHK World, I want to definitely plug them too, because it's someplace I've been going for several years. It's also they have free courses, free podcasts, free information, material, PDFs, and things to download if you're wanting to learn like Japanese. They also have like live TV out of there that's all translated into English. The English for most of the speakers that are on the NHK, specifically NHK News, the news that comes out of Japan, their English is amazing. Very clear, quite remarkable. Some of them have no accent at all, so if that's an issue, still watch some of the live TV that's coming off of the NHK World website. And they also now have it streaming. They've been branching out to a lot of languages. I think they're in over 10 different languages that they're starting to translate into, but English is a really good one. They also have it in Chinese too. That's where most of their material is in both of those languages, at least that I've been able to find. So back to sumo. So one of the interesting things is I've been watching sumo for about 3 years or so now, still trying to learn everything about it, all the different techniques, the names and stuff for it, and the different category levels, and then how they also can be promoted up to the highest level, which is Yokozuna, or they can actually be demoted depending on their wins and losses. And there's also all these little awards and things I'm still learning about during the tournament, extra like prizes and prize money. And that became the interesting part, is how much are these people actually making money? So I did what most people do, just jump online, start doing little searches. How much does a sumo wrestler make? And found a lot of information out there. It's really mixed too. And I did find one. I'll pull up this website right here. It's actually just from a blog post. It is from sumocards.blogpost.com, and the guy that posted this is Sumo Minko Man, and it was back last year that he posted this. And I think his information is pretty good, pretty dead on. It looks like he's been watching it for quite a while and following the sport. He also put up a pretty good chart right here that also showed how all the way back from 1975 all the way up to about 2017, how their pay and how their interest. He explains a little bit about it. The post isn't long. I mean, it's an easy read. You can just take about 10 minutes or less and get through it, reviewing everything that he has. But it shows how their money kind of shot up and the popularity of sumo, like how it exploded more like in the 1990s and then went on up. So how much do they make? How much does like the top person make, the Yokozuna, which is about the highest ranking that you can get? And this chart shows the top 5 rankings, and he lists them all down at the bottom. So Yokozuna, how much do they make? There's so many different things. You can kind of think of it like YouTube or like internet, or actually, I mean, like regular sports players, because you don't only have the money that you make from tournaments, there's like base salaries, there's also endorsements, and there's some things that they don't do with endorsing because there's a culture and there's a stigma behind like too much promotion. You won't. I don't think you'll ever see a sumo wrestler like sporting Nike or Reebok or anything like that, or sports drinks necessarily, because it might be looked negatively on the culture where you're more money grabbing. But there's still different sponsorships and things and endorsements that you can do that looks not as negatively or like as money grabbing in their culture and in sumo. And that's also something else is sumo is kind of dying out. At least in popularity, it's mainly a lot of the older people still favor it. So, a yokozuna, how much do they make in a year? Rough estimation is around 300,000 a year. Actually, over 300,000. It can be anywhere from 300 honestly up to 900,000 depending on all these special interests and all these extra additional deals, all these other prizes. There's multiple tournaments that are throughout the year. Like I said, this is the July 2019 one, and it really depends. But the Yokozuna highest level around 300,000. That is roughly about 25,000 a month, every month, month on month. If you have any other questions, want to talk or anything more, I'd definitely like to discuss that and see if you do get an interest in this. Like I said, I've been a fan of Japanese culture and everything for decades now, but only just recently started to look into sumo. So let me know what you think. Thank you very much.